Alright, hello ladies and gentlemen. I shockingly had to switch controllers in order to make that drawing possible because it's kinda hard with my rear controller and stuff. You know, drifting. Haven't really solved the issue yet. Don't feel like buying a new controller for it. I just buy less games that don't require too much sensitivity. Too bad all the free games have the sensitivity controls. Wish all games kinda had that. Wouldn't have a need for this drifting issue. It'd be an extremely easy fix. Alright, so you're probably wondering why on earth I'm even consider playing this game. Well, I generally think that this game is worse than the second one.
Farumi. Waho harahi rolaho.
Whoops. Maybe the intro wasn't that important. I mean, the short version is that something breaks and we go in and click those pencils and stuff like that. And there was actually a sixth pencil too that it's impossible to get. It was never coded in, and that's really the first sign you get, really. The very first sign you know there's something wrong with the game. And it could just be I mean, it'd be easy to say it's an unoptimized issue. But it'd also be extremely easy to say this game doesn't have any, like, achievements. I know the game says it has achievements, but your PlayStation doesn't really keep up with your achievements. But the game tries something a little different.
Glaboni room for whom?
I mean, some of the stuff we're already familiar with.
Baluzi Rooney Faram Glabeni. Ruam Lamaga Bil Blue Sabizam.
But there's actual talking in this game. Also, let's see, compared to the original, the second game, this game is slower. And here's another problem in this game too, right here. This right here. The cursor remembers where you remembers exactly where your cursor is at. And that's kind of a problem in a game where you kind of move around a lot. Like, a super big deal. It makes the world a difference. It makes it so where that, you can actually lose your cursor. If you just put it over here. I mean, not to say you wouldn't do it intentionally, but, actually, there is something worse. I'm gonna put it right here. And then stop. Use the left thumbstick, and now it's over here. I think that's the biggest issue. The little cursor thing moves despite you being off screen. This is always moving. Clay Henry? Oh, I don't know what I did with him anyway.
Glaboni room for whom?
Also, this game is a bit more combat-oriented, if you can imagine that. Of all things.
Gilam Rowley told Farini Bazarn.
Mm-hmm. We did that, well, we did that in the other game, I believe. Alright, the game shows you there's a non-combat way of dealing with things, but a majority of the problems you're gonna come across are gonna have to be taken care of. You know. Didn't I just grow some grass already? I had to trigger it for it to happen, okay. Alright, so he's backing up. You can unconvert him. Alright, believe it or not, this is the first weapon of the game. Shockingly enough. Alright, and like I said, the controls are just kind of weird to deal with right now. Let's see. Not that I had to take it that seriously, because like I said, I don't know how long it'll be before I drop this game like dead weight, but I just kind of want to illustrate a point here, and it's like the drawing, like it has good ideas to make a better drawing game, but this is the PlayStation 4, it was never really meant for that level of drawing, and you'd be kidding yourself. You have a better chance drawing on the 3DS to even tickle this idea. And this is one of the newer things. Use your pickaxe to break the right thumbstick in R1. What do you mean free nanny? Are they already free? Also, there was a little bit more action involved, too. Like, yeah, now I have it's soon as you can start attacking enemies without any mechanics right away. And yes, you can indeed attack these things. I believe. Maybe in the next scenario you can. Good thing this is skippable, by the way. I'll give him that. Well, until that happens. Huh? Wait. Didn't you go through? Well, that shit was fast. Oh my gosh. The first 10 minutes and there's already a visual glitch already. I think that was a checkpoint. Okay, that little orange dude is actually the main character of the game, by the way. Like, you're not really the main character, and that might be the killing blow of this game. And I know it's a really small detail, but I want you to look very closely at the character. Like, I know it's kind of hard to tell because I made the hair similar on both sides. And the character I drew isn't meant to have hair similar on each side. I just kind of like frizzed it out a bit, but it changes. So it feels kind of weird having to draw stick figures. And I get that their stick figures are not meant to be taken that seriously, but it's still kind of annoying. When the second game didn't have to worry about that sort of thing, you could just draw whatever and it would just move a lot faster. Like, this game feels like what like people complain about like frames per second and stuff like that. This is a game that makes you think like, oh my gosh, this game is slow as molasses. I'm just so happy I got the second game before this. How terrible would it have been if this was the first time I played this and I never got the chance, the joy of the second game. I mean, granted, there were videos. I mean, were the videos even a hint about it at all? Like, whatsoever? Because really the only other good post-content stuff is just to, do special tasks and stuff like that. But like I said before, there are no achievements, so, playing the game and beating the game without worrying about that sort of thing is the only pleasure you're ever gonna get from this game. Everything else is just, you know, up to you. Wouldn't recommend buying this game. I just made the mistake, that's all. But hey, mistakes happen, right? How was I to know? No, pointless phone call. The wind pencil. Skip. Oh boy, hold on a second.